I feel like it was just a few years ago where all the new clubs would get released like in the winter time, and then you would buy the new clubs, and you would wait a year, and then you would get new clubs, or you'd look at the new clubs. Now every week we get new clubs? What is going on? This is the one everybody's going to tweak about, but you probably shouldn't. First up, a Taylormade P8CB iron was spotted in Japan. Now, the main reason you shouldn't tweak is that we're probably not going to get these in the United States, and there's really nothing to get that excited about, in my opinion. I don't think the shape is very nice. And on top of that, it looks like they have a decent amount of offset, so I'm kind of glad we're probably not going to get these. But in terms of stuff we are getting, remember the new MG Proto wedges that are already in the bag of all these guys? Well, you can now pick them up on the Taylormade website. The big things to point out, these are very likely the precursor to the MG5. They're only available in 58 and 60 degrees in the SC and SX grinds, and they are forged. And speak of new wedges coming, we are definitely getting a new Opus SP at some point. And while I don't have any info on them quite yet, one of the main things I did notice is it looks like they pushed a ton of weight high in the blades, specifically in the higher lofts, to make them launch lower with a little bit more spin. My guess is that's going to be some of the main marketing. Altogether now, Callaway just launched their new AI 200 and 300 irons in this copper finish, which happen to look awfully similar to what another OEM did last year. And the insane irony in this is the fact that both of these companies use the exact same grips as well. And more Callaway irons, but these I am very excited about. The new Callaway MBS, which I think are going to launch at the same time as the Opus SPs. But the thing about these, and what has a lot of pros talking, is the new sole design. It's very wide from front to back, which is unusual for a blade. And we have trail edge relief, a middle section of the sole, and front edge relief. So this is a triple cut sole design on a blade. I cannot wait to hit this. Continuing on the topic of blades, Titleist really just re-released the 22-year-old 680 MBs. Why did they do this? Well, they are beautiful, first and foremost. They are a cult classic, and on top of that, Webb Simpson still has these in the bag, and Adam Scott's Protos are based off of the 680s. Apparently, every fucking company is iron happy this time of year. Ping also just dropped a new IDI driving iron out on tour, which, as we previously discussed, is already in the bag of Victor Hovland. And this appears to be a huge win for Ping, because it looks like the main reason they built this was to get the U505 out of Hovland's bag. And more irons, Ping also brought the new I240s out on tour as well. A lot of people do not like this carbon. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. I personally wouldn't say these are gorgeous looking, but compared to the 230s, it does look like they might have a touch less offset, which is cool. But the big thing I notice is the groove pattern. It looks like we have a lot less grooves on these than the 230s, which means they should spin a little bit less. And a couple of things that are not clubs. Graphite Design just released a new Tour AD FI, which stands for Flight Intelligence, and while I haven't seen the EI curve quite yet, I'm guessing it's just another classic Graphite Design blue board. And last but certainly not least, Super Stroke. Do you remember the new off-axis Super Stroke on the Taylormade Zero Torque Spider? Well, it appears we're getting at least one, but possibly a full line of off-axis Super Stroke grips. And this is a big win for Callaway of all people, because Chris Kirk was using a square-to-square putter with a Taylormade grip on it.